NFL preseason week 3 is in the books. Been all over the place the last few weeks. Finally laid a good friend of mine to rest. Now he can be at peace. It was an outstanding celebration. Seen a lot of family and friends I haven't seen in a long time that came out and showed up. Showed up big time. Great to see that. He will finally be at peace. He will be missed, but the mission is to keep his name alive. Keep the legacy going. So Will, rest in peace. Finally at rest. Like I said, I've been all over the place. So I'm finally getting a chance to settle back in. And what's been going on? What's the latest news? Is what I'm hearing, because I'm behind. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't seen pretty much any games of the last week of the preseason yesterday. I've seen spots of games. And I'm just learning like everybody else. And I'm like, waived. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, what was that about? Because I heard about this scrum or altercation, a punch he got involved with. Is that the reason why they waived him? Or they was going to waive him anyway? And if you allowed a punch or an altercation send him out, then he was going to be out anyway. That's all it was. So bad week for the Sanders family. Because I tuned in, like I said, I didn't watch the whole game in spots. Tuned into the Cleveland game, see what was going on with Shadeur Sanders. I've noticed they had Joe Flacco out there for a while. Then, of course, Dylan Gabriel came after that. Then Shadeur Sanders. And then what's the other guy? Huntley or something like that. He finished. And you sit here and you think to yourself, okay, they already named Joe Flacco the starter. To my understanding, backup quarterback is still up for grabs. They're trying to figure it out. The way it's looking, Dylan Gabriel's going to get the backup position. He's going to get the backup position. This is a two-man competition. Flacco is a starter. Huntley or whoever that guy is, don't know too much. I've seen him. He played for Baltimore here and there spots, backup positions, start maybe a game or so. But he's been in the league. All right? He's been in the league. You got your two young guys, your draft picks. Don't you want to find out something about these guys? Why Dylan Gabriel didn't start the whole first half and then ended with Shadeur Sanders starting the whole second half? I think you'd have had enough on film to make your decision to figure out who's going to be the backup quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. It would have been simple. Both of them have a half of football. Another thing I noticed. Look, I know it's the last game, week 3. You wish Shadeur Sanders could have played with first stringers instead of out there with second, third, probably not even second, third, fourth string guys trying to make plays. He was on the run. He didn't have no protection. The play calling didn't do him no favors as well. And I don't even know what Stefanski was doing for his play calling. He's sending wide receivers 25 to 30 yards out before they even break into their route, knowing damn well this man don't even have that much time. Now, this not all on Stefanski. This not all on third, fourth string players. Shadeur Sanders takes blame in this as well, because Shadeur Sanders has to know that you only have a limited time in that pocket. Make a quick decision. Even if it's a bad one, make it. You running around holding a ball, letting defenders get at you and get you sacked, that's exactly what they want to see. They want to see you not being able to process the defense, get the ball out to the receivers in time while you're running around, looping around coverage, trying to beat the rush, getting sacked, getting knocked down. That's exactly what they want to see. They don't want to see you succeed. I'd rather you just eat it. We talk about it. Eat it. Throw it away as soon as you see it. Don't try to make something out of nothing, because it's going to make you look bad. And for his opportunity, to be honest with you, he hasn't really had an opportunity this whole preseason. He showed up one time with the opportunity that he had. One time. And they be damned if they're going to see it again. Yeah, I believe what everybody's talking about. I don't think they want a controversy going into the season. I believe that. I do believe it. So they wanted to quiet it down. They didn't want Shadeur Sanders to go out there and succeed yesterday. No. Basic game at best. But if we can shade his game just a little bit, bring it down, few sacks, missed throws, look like he don't know how to handle the offense, then what we do is justified. We have Flacco at the starter. We have Dylan Gabriel at second string. We won't have to worry about Shedeur because nobody had that high expectation of him ever getting into a ball game. Because if Flacco drops the ball, we put Dylan Gabriel in. What are the odds of both of these quarterbacks going out or something happening to where we have to put Shadeur Sanders right into the fold? Yeah, that's what they're thinking about. And that's why I said, and I will say it again, I wish they'd do like they did Shiloh. Just waive him. Let somebody else reap the benefits of picking him up off of waivers. And I hope it happens for Shiloh Sanders as well. I believe somebody will pick him up hopefully pretty quickly. We'll know some about that Monday or Tuesday. So yes, Shiloh Sanders was waived by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday, August 24th, which is today, 2025, the day after he was ejected from a preseason game for throwing a punch. Is that why he got waived? We don't know. We don't know. Sounds a little suspicious though, don't it? Dude look like he's been playing his ass off. He's been hitting, doing all the right things. You wonder why did they waive him? Because he's a Sanders. They didn't want controversy as well. I mean, what is it? And you mean to tell me they say he's not good enough to be a cornerback in the NFL? He's not tough enough? Is that what they're saying? Huh? His agents confirmed the waiver, hoping he would be claimed by another NFL team off waivers. I think that will happen. Sad song, man. Old primetime Deion Sanders got to watch his sons go through this. All because of the hatred, of course, due to him in a lot of ways. We're not going to say that's 100% what it is. But shit, it's got to be 95 and 90. Somewhat. Now they're talking about even the draft. So I'm suspicious about that draft. They're pulling up some stuff. Allegedly, I would say, there's been whispers going around. Whispers that got out to all the NFL owners and told them not to draft Shadeur Sanders. Allegedly. Allegedly. I want to make that perfectly clear. All right? So we got to look into that. See if there's any truth behind that. But the way I see it, Shadeur Sanders on this Cleveland Browns team, he don't have a chance. They already proven that. That's why I think he should just move on. Move on. Waive him. Why you want him on your team? You don't want to take the backlash from waiving him? Look what y'all already doing to him. You haven't gave him a real shot. All right? And the only thing that's letting y'all off the hook a little bit is because y'all had all these quarterbacks injured, banged up at the same time where they couldn't play. Something's going on with Kenny Pickett. Something's going on with Dylan Gabriel. Then you had Shadeur Sanders out for a while. Old man Joe Flacco. Deshaun Watson, who knows? He's washed and gone. Broke up, I would imagine. They shouldn't even list him. I don't even know why I brought him up. They shouldn't even list his name again on this roster. To be honest with you, that money is blown. It's gone. But I wish Shadeur Sanders can get waived. It's still a possibility. We hoping. I don't think they'll do it. I wish they would, but man, can you imagine this guy going play for somebody like the Saints? Can you imagine? Huh? It'd have been outstanding watching him play for the Raiders. I was hoping Pittsburgh Steelers at the time. Yeah, there's some teams that can use him. Or at least at a backup position, give him a possibility of this season coming in due to a bad performance from a starting quarterback or him getting hurt or injured, allowed him to get pushed right into it. Just don't know. But at least he's number 2, and he's learning right under the guy, which meaning just going to help for his progression going into next season. Because I don't really mind Shadeur Sanders sitting out 1 year being a backup role, him not playing at all in a backup role. I'm fine with that, long as he's the backup. Because that 1 year is going to do him wonders anyway. Still young. Got plenty ball ahead of him. What's the rush? But what's the rush? If he earned a position, he earned a position. You give him an opportunity like everybody else. Hey, he wins it, he wins it. Got to throw him in there. But I do agree with Flacco starting to start the season. I have no problem with that. Even if Shadeur Sanders played well all through preseason and they still named Flacco the starter, I still wouldn't have no problem with that because I know he's knocking on the door and it's only a matter of time before Shedeur Sanders is going to be in the starting lineup anyway. If not this season, for damn sure next season. And Joe Flacco's a veteran. Come on. He's a veteran. Why not start him at the beginning of the season? Can't go wrong with that. You know, you throwing him in the fire anyway because he threw a couple of interceptions. He looked like he's not durable enough. Here comes Shadeur Sanders. Have no problem with that. If he starts out hot, you ride that until it cools off. It's simple. So I have no problem with that at all. Joe Flacco starting the season. It's only a matter of time. Believe that. But like I said, man, we're going to go through this scoreboard real quick. I was all over the place. I didn't watch any of these games, like all the way through. Bits and pieces. So we're starting Thursday, right? Steelers and Panthers. The Steelers beat the Panthers 19-10 on Thursday. Closes out preseason, week 3. The Giants, man, slapped the Patriots 42-10. What y'all think about them Giants? Huh? Jackson Dart, should he start? That rhymed on it. Jackson Dart, should he start? It's only a matter of time for him, too. I mean, Russell Wilson, we already know what his make is. We already know. You know, he ain't came back since the Super Bowl that he won in Seattle. He's still trying to find that magic dust. Haven't found it yet. Looking like a shell of himself since Seattle. Crazy. How you can fall that far from grace. But it hasn't been all him. Hasn't been all him. All right? You got to be in position, too. Got to be in position. Sometimes a franchise or head coach, general manager, whoever it is, sometimes they just don't give you what you need to succeed. They don't want you to succeed a lot of times. They just want you to be a Band-Aid. They don't want you to do too much. All right? Just play an emergency quarterback position long enough until we put the guy that we really want in there, whether it happens that season or the following season. But it's written on the wall here in New York. It's only a matter of time for Jackson Dart. It's only a matter of time. All right. Eagles beat the Jets 19-17. That was on Friday. The Titans beat the Vikings 23-13. What y'all think about Ward, huh? Cam Ward, is he the real deal or what? That's one quarterback that came in ready. Looked like he's been there before. Walking and talking it, tough as nails. Yeah, I'm looking for big things coming from the Titans and him this season. Gonna tune in. Usually I don't watch a lot of Titans games. He will make you tune in to watch the Titans just to see what he's up to coming in for this season. Cowboys beat the Falcons 31-13. Cowboys having a hell of a preseason, ain't they? A hell of a preseason. But it is preseason.
Oh, that's not good.
But yeah, they're doing good in the preseason. Real good. They're going to be opening it up against the Eagles to start it off. Micah Parsons situation. Shouldn't be a situation, but it is. Do I think he will be there for week 1? Micah Parsons? I'm going to say no. All right? But I do believe he will be there this season at some point. Maybe week 2, maybe week 3. But he will be there this season. No doubt about that. He won't be sitting out a whole year. I don't see that happening. But week 1, I just don't believe he'll be there week 1. That'll surprise me if he is. If he is. I wish he is. Actually, I do. I wish he would be there. Wish he would be there. Bears and Chiefs. Bears knocked off the Chiefs 29-27. But it did look like the Chiefs had this game in hand and looked like they were going to win it. And then the Bears came back with seconds left or something like that and pulled it out, I believe. So, hey. But hopefully, like I said, I got to go back and look at the stats. I got to go back and look at this Shiloh Sanders situation. I didn't even see the brawl or the fight or the punch. Didn't see any of that. So I got to go back and find some of these clips, see what happened. Ravens smacked the Commanders 30-3. 30-3. Colts and Bengals. That was another blowout. Colts blew out the Bengals 41-14. What y'all think about Richardson? Is he close to being out of the league? Do you believe he will get another chance with the Colts to start? Or his days are already numbered? You won't see him on this team next season. If they can work a deal out right now, they probably would get rid of him. What you think? I hate it for the young man. I really do. But if I'm him, I'm working. Oh, man, I'm in the lab. I'm in the lab. That's all I'm doing. I'm in the lab. Now, for us, his mental, I don't know. Ever since he tapped himself and wanted to come out of the game, everything went downhill from there. Everything went downhill from there. So I hope he gets it together. Hope he gets. I'm not a fan of Daniel Jones. I'm not a fan of Daniel Jones. I don't think Daniel Jones is the answer either. I don't. He's gonna patch it up along the way throughout the season. Then you're gonna see some bonehead interceptions. You're gonna see him losing the ball, fumbling it in the pocket, making errant throws. You're gonna see all that stuff from Daniel Jones. He ain't changed that much from the Giants. I'll tell you that right now. He made some bonehead decisions for those Giants. He did. And I don't think that just all went away. Can Daniel Jones get them to the playoffs? Possibly. Possibly. What is this? 3 days ago. I don't know who the hell that is. Whatever. Whatever. All right, where was I? Okay, Rams and Browns. Browns won by 2 points against the Rams. We were just talking about that situation. That's probably the most I've watched all weekend was a couple of glimpses of that game. You should have played the whole second half. My opinion, whole second half. If you really want to find out what you have in this guy. But the situation is they don't want to know. They don't care what they got in this guy. They didn't really want to draft him. Right now, if they can find a way to, sneak him underneath the door and push him out without nobody knowing and no backlash, they would do it in a heartbeat. They would do it in a heartbeat. The best thing that they would want to happen right now for Shadeur Sanders, something happens like, I ain't gonna even say that. I ain't gonna knock on no wood. I ain't gonna even say that. Not gonna wish none of that. Something crazy might happen. Last time I did that, the next thing you know, he ended up getting tweaked up or something, with his real oblique, whatever you want to call it. Something happened. So I'm not gonna do that no more. But yeah, they want something like that to happen so they don't have to answer to anybody. And everything can be justified, and they just go through the season. They don't have to hear none of these chirps. So we want Shedeur. We want Shedeur. They don't want to hear none of that. They just want to go through the season with Flacco. And if Flacco doesn't pan out, shit, they wouldn't go with Dylan Gabriel. I think they love Dylan Gabriel, to be honest with you. I think they love him. That's like their little sweetheart. I guarantee you. They love him to death. They just can't say it right now. So I see a long future with Dylan Gabriel right there with the Cleveland Browns. Shadeur Sanders won't be on this team long. Whenever it happens, I don't know. Whether they waive him or they're just going to keep him on the roster. I think his days are numbered. And I'm going to keep it that way. I think his days are numbered. All right? Broncos and Saints. Broncos 28, Saints 19. Another team Shedeur can go to, the Saints. Texans and Lions. Texans beat the Lions 26-7. Closing out week 3 of preseason. Seahawks and Packers. Packers beat the Seahawks 20-7. 20-7. Jaguars and Dolphins. Dolphins beat the Jaguars 14-6. Bills and Buccaneers. Bills beat the Buccaneers 23-19. All right? Chargers and 49ers. 49ers beat the Chargers 30-23. All right? This all happening on Saturday. Raiders. The Raiders. That's what Chris Berman say. The Raiders. Raiders lost to the Cardinals 20-10. And that closes out the scoreboard. And for some crazy reason, on Sunday, I woke up, I grabbed the remote, and I'm like, I know it's a preseason game on somewhere. No, they closed it out on Saturday. All the teams played. I was like, oh, God. That's all right, because the real deal is coming up. It's coming up. We don't have to wait any longer. So tune in and get ready for that. So, yeah, been spread thin, but I'm glad to get everything settled back in the saddle because regular season is on the way. We're going to find out Monday and Tuesday all the news of what's going on with Shiloh Sanders, Shadeur Sanders, who's getting cut. Ross is getting narrowed down. Gonna find out. Houston Texans, Eagles, all the teams around the league. Cuts are coming. So y'all enjoy yourselves. This is Slouchy Sunday. Probably going into making it Monday. We'll see by the time all this drops. But yeah, enjoy yourselves. It's G.S.Q.H. Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. It's been fun. We're settling back in. And RIP once again to Will, a.k.a. Freak. Good friend of mine. Finally resting in peace. Appreciate everybody who came out. I enjoyed myself seeing old school friends. Can't get enough of it. We out of here. Appreciate it. Thanks for your time. Peace.